Dear viewers, in this module, we will see about the scope and applications of e-commerce. In the present day, India is in a completely growing stage of development and we need to update business to the growing needs of the new generation. Incredible India has now received a new name, Digital India. There is a huge scope of e-commerce as the name implies. The current generation is completely belong to e-services. By the end of this module, you will be able to explore the scope of e-commerce in various fields, be aware of the business opportunities in India, know about the wide range of e-commerce applications. Now, let us see the scope of e-commerce. The cutting edge for business in today's world is electronic commerce. Nowadays, every business and service is going the internet way. Almost everyone prefer e-services and e-governance, which are the most preferred ways to connect to the people all around the world. Electronic commerce is more than just buying and selling products online. It includes the entire online process of developing, marketing, selling, delivering, servicing and paying for products and services. India has shown tremendous growth in the e-commerce segment. With an increased internet user base of over 300 million, India ranks third largest in internet population after the US and China. India has witnessed a major breakthrough e-commerce success stories, notably in e-retail, in consumer electronics, fashion apparel and home furnishing products. The scope of e-commerce is to conduct business online. Transaction through online can be either on items or services. Most of us are aware of purchasing products online through some sites like eBay and Amazon. Almost everything from gym equipment to electronics, from apparels to jewelries are purchased online in this age of e-commerce. While these are products, people are also purchasing services online. Customers are eager to transact online as it is much hassle-free. Moreover, sufficient freedom is offered to them to go online, look for a product and compare a few more of different models along with their prices. The bonus is that the customer can also view other online product review sites and discussion forums. Once the customer decides on a product after all research, he can order for it online. E-commerce has also made payment easy. Nowadays, a number of methods have raised to pay the dealers: credit cards, debit cards, PayPal account, direct online money transfer and many more. Once the payment is made, the dealer dispatches the product which reaches the doorstep of the customer. This can happen within a few days. As business means keeping the customers happy and doing things the way they like, businessmen are choosing e-commerce rather than traditional business. In fact, companies which already exist in traditional forms are also availing the extra option of online businesses for the case ease of the customers. To cite a good example, here it would be Walmart. Though they have huge stores, they have gone online with their business. Therefore, even if the customers cannot make it to their store, they can still log on and order things that they need. The major factor that encourages the businessmen to opt for e-commerce is that they do not have to set up a real store and spend a bulk of money in its maintenance. A real store involves employing a larger number of employees, the salary of which also needs to be borne by the entrepreneur. Instead of that, an online business definitely gives the businessman a chance to reach a higher profit, reducing as much cost as possible. And of course, like the customers, the businessmen also love the idea of getting their payments through online modes which are fast, hassle-free and reliable. E-commerce has made it possible for the customers to avoid standing in the queue as to make payments for their bills or book tickets of flights and so on. They can now do that all in a minute with just a click of a mouse, saving both time and money. E-commerce has facilitated the customers to order a product sitting in one part of the globe from another. And of course, this idea has enchanted not only the customers but also the businessmen who can now make their products and services available to their potential customers who might be in any part of the world. Now, we can discuss about the scope of e-commerce in various fields. Firstly, social media. Majority of the online buying decisions are made on social media. Social networks like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter have become a medium for easy login and purchase. Moreover, the clients can stay updated via the posts published on the social sites. Further, the advertising and promotions on these social sites has increased the chances of generating successful transactions to many folds. Drone delivery. This system of delivery is implemented by Amazon, a leading online marketplace. This system delivers the products to the customers without any delay. Companies are working their way around to innovate the delivery process to shorten human effort as well as time. The solution to these problems is delivery by drones. A drone in a technological context is an unmanned aircraft. Drones are also known as unmanned aerial vehicles, that is UAVs, or unmanned aircraft system, that is UAS. Characteristically, a drone is a flying robot. The aircrafts may be remotely controlled or can fly independently through softwares, controlled flight plans in their embedded systems, working in conjunction with onboard sensors and GPS. Directorate General of Civil Aviation is now fast-tracking the process of issuing guidelines for the use of drones for civil purposes in India. If everything goes as per the plan, then India would become the first country in the world to make use of drones for civil purposes. The next one is app-only approach. Statistics suggest that the future of e-commerce lies in mobiles. Experts say more than 580 million people in India are using internet currently, and 70 to 80% of them access the web on mobile phones. This causes all major players to switch to app-only model. About 2/3 of the online traffic of Flipkart comes from users in small cities and towns. Flipkart's app-only approach have gained large significance in these places where most people don't own desktop computers and have limited access to broadbands. The next scope is mobile app market. Companies focus more on mobile apps to attract large number of customers to their stores. And the fact is that India is one of the largest smartphone user base. Providing delicious offers is also a scope of e-commerce. Announcing offers which users can't refuse to take increase sales. Google's Buy Now. Google is reportedly working on Buy Now style button that might allow e-shoppers search for products on Google and purchase them with a single click right through Google's own search result page. When the user clicks on the Google's Buy Now button, they will be redirected to another Google page that would allow them to choose specific item details such as color and size and then select a shipping route. Google would then pass on the order information including the customer's name and shipping address to the retailer. Artificial intelligence is also an important scope of e-commerce. As the e-commerce space gets saturated, investors have started looking for innovative use of technologies which are zeroing in on companies developing artificial intelligence solutions. Jet Airways is experimenting with one such solution designed by Visuary. It sifts through these individuals' public content on the internet as well as the customer's previous searches and it creates an instant profile. Based on the gathered information, the airline determines whether to package hotel deals or simply stick with airfare discounts. The system also allows them to predict how flexible would the customer be to change travel location or date. E-commerce business opportunities in India. Online business is where one can sell or buy products over the internet. Let us see about the e-commerce business opportunities in India. Online business is where one can sell or buy products over internet, and countries like India, which is second after China in terms of internet users, about 30% of its population uses internet and it is estimated to rise rapidly. This gigantic growth had increased the e-commerce business opportunities in India. The reasons behind the growth in online shopping can be discussed under the following points. Firstly, increasing internet users per year due to increase in higher penetration of mobile usage in India. Secondly, one more important aspect which helps in the growth is the ease of doing shopping. Thirdly, time and mobility are the major factors. And lastly, high percentage of discount rates has attracted the customers a lot than offline stores. At present, the products which are getting high response are the mobile and gadgets, fashion accessories, etc. E-commerce business opportunities in India is higher than any other country in the world because of the fact that India is one of the fastest growing country in the world. Purchasing capability of the population is increasing day by day. Most of the population use smartphones, especially in small towns and cities. People aspiring towards branded products are increasing, which in turn has increased the sale of the online stores. Many business houses have converted their business from offline to online to obtain a very wide market. Business website development. A business website is the most convenient platform to introduce business over internet. One can specify all the services offered on the digital space along with the contact information. Digital shop. Newcart is one of the leading website design as well as an e-commerce provider company in India, which is offering several facilities such as building online stores, integrating payment gateways, providing logistics supports and so on. Digital marketing. Digital marketing is the most preferred mode of marketing the products over the internet. Nubecart also provides complete digital marketing solutions. Now, let us see about the applications of e-commerce. Advantages of e-commerce are motivating lot of businesses to use e-commerce for their business. Applications of e-commerce and its growth is an unavoidable factor in the present day life. E-commerce has applications in various fields of business like wholesale, retail as well as manufacturing unit. E-commerce is a subset of the e-business that concerns commerce. The most common and widely used applications of e-commerce are as follows. The first point is e-government. As e-commerce matures and its applications increase day by day, greater attention is given to its use to improve the business of public institutions and governments. E-government is the use of internet technology in general and e-commerce in particular to deliver information and public services to citizens, business suppliers and those working in the public sector. It is an efficient way of conducting business transactions with citizens and businesses and within the government. E-government makes government more transparent to citizens and to improve the delivery of public services. E-government applications can be classified into three main categories: government to citizen, government to business, government to government. Now, let us see about government to citizens. Government sectors are increasingly using the internet to provide various services to citizens. An example is electronic benefits transfer, which is also called as EBT. This EBT, the government transfers pension and other benefits directly to the recipient's bank account. Now, let us see about government to business. Government is also using the internet to conduct business, that is to sell and to buy from. An example is electronic tendering systems, which is becoming mandatory. Lastly, government to government. Government is moving public services online. The next e-commerce business opportunity in India is retail and wholesale. E-commerce has a variety of applications in retail and wholesale. E-retailing or online retailing is defined as the selling of goods from business to consumer through electronic stores that are designed using the electronic catalog and shopping cart model. For example, Cybermall is a single website that offers different products and services in any location. It attracts the customer and the seller into one virtual space via a web browser. M-commerce. M-commerce refers to the conduct of e-commerce by means of wireless devices. The number of mobile devices in use worldwide is increasing rapidly. Moreover, these devices can be connected to the internet, which makes it possible for the users to conduct transactions from anywhere. Furthermore, many corporate employees are mobile, namely working at home, on client sites or on the road. These employees have to collaborate and communicate with office employees and access corporate data rapidly and conveniently. Such a facility is provided by M-commerce. The next opportunity is internet bookshops. Internet bookshop is one of the first applications of e-commerce on internet. Books as an item of merchandise have notable advantages for the online retailers. Books can be portrayed well on the internet. Furthermore, it is not an item which is required to be checked physically. Commonly, books have nominal prices and not much risk is involved in the purchase online and payment online. Books are small items which can be delivered in the customer's letterbox. If it is not mandatory for the customer to be at home, a large collection or database of books is available online. The details for display includes a picture of the cover, description of the book which includes page numbers, price of the book and reviews of other customers if possible. The book could be searched with the help of search engines. The search can be made on the name of the author, title of the book or the subject. There are many software on the site that records the interest of the particular customer and inform the customer on the new arrivals on that subject. Some large online bookshop sites will include Amazon.com, Infibeam.com, Books.rediff.com. Now, let us see about grocery supplies opportunities. If one has to purchase items in person from the supermarket, he or she must be aware of some problems as described below. The customer has to go to the supermarket at the scheduled time of opening of the supermarket. The car parking might be overcrowded. The supermarket may also be crowded. One has to pick the items and wait for their turn for billing. They have to unload the items on the checkout, reload into bags, load again into the car, take to home and unload again from the car. All of these problems may be resolved with the help of online supermarket. The online supermarket is set up to meet the needs of those who cannot get to the supermarket the right time or those who don't wish to go. The online supermarket is identical to any other online shop. The customer has to just log on to the site and select the groceries needed. The staff picks the goods, pack and dispatches them. Some of the notable sites for grocery supplies can be bazaarcart.com, bigbasket.com, grofers.com. Now, let us see about electronic newspapers. One of the hottest area on the internet is the electronic newspaper. Electronic newspaper has favor over both the printed newspapers and the broadcast news on radio or televisions. In comparison to the printed newspaper, the e-newspaper provides up-to-date news similar to broadcast news. Moreover, the browser could be devised to select the news of interest of the reader and leave out the rest which is not possible with the broadcast news. There are a large number of online newspapers and most of them are web versions of the existing newspapers. Examples of online newspapers will include timesofindia.com, dainikjagran.com. Now, the next opportunity of e-commerce in business is internet banking. The bank customer may be in need to make an urgent payment, but to visit the bank might not be convenient. Furthermore, to go to the bank to just know the balance is also not justified. Internet banking or telephone banking can solve the above said problem. To solve the issues on phone or internet is profitable for banks as it reduces their overheads. With the help of online banking, a customer can check his or her balance at any time of the day or night. The customer can pay various bills like telephone bill, electricity bill, etc. without visiting the bank or billing centers. The characteristic services offered by online banking will include the following. The customers are able to check their account balance at any time. The customers can receive statements regarding any specific debit or credit that has gone through. Credit transfer is possible so that the bill can be paid online. Some sites that are related to internet banking are indianbank.net, iciicibank.com. The next opportunity is electronic auctions. Customer to customer e-commerce refers to the direct selling of goods and services among customers. It includes electronic auctions that involve bidding. Bidding refers to a special type of auction that allows prospective buyers to bid for an item. For example, airline companies provide the customer an opportunity to quote the price for a seat on a specific route on a specific date and time. Auction is a well-established market mechanism for trading items at a market negotiated price based upon demand and availability. The internet has added a new dimension to auction process by creating an online mechanism. Traditional auctions have only limited participation of people who turned up at the venue of auction. Today, the same auction mechanisms can be implemented using e-commerce technologies, which allows the people to make use of the internet for bidding. Electronic auctions considerably encourage greater participation as internet users can connect to a web hosting an auction and bid for an item. For example, the auction sites can be stated as ebid.net and ubid.com. The next business opportunity of e-commerce in India is marketing. Data collection of customer behavior, preferences, needs and buying patterns is possible through web and e-commerce. This helps marketing activities such as fixation of price, negotiation, product feature enhancement and to improve relationship with the customer. Smartphones and tablets have completely changed the game in the e-commerce industry. The next opportunity is finance. Financial companies have started to use e-commerce to a large extent. Customers could check the balance of their savings, loan accounts, transfer money to their other account and pay their bills through online banking or e-banking. Manufacturing is the next business opportunity in India. In the last few years, e-commerce is used in the supply chain operations of a company. Some companies perform electronic exchange by providing together buy and sell goods, trade market information and run office information such as inventory control. This speeds up the flow of raw material and finished goods among the members of the business community. An example for this can be stated as wbay.com. Now for the concluding remarks, We can say that more and more innovative ideas are accumulating in the e-commerce field, which has promoted the scope of e-commerce business in India. Thus, e-commerce has created favorable circumstances for entrepreneurial startups through its wide range of applications. Thank you.